flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Next I have is approval of today's agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Which carries. Next is approval of minutes of 2/19/24.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve the minutes dated February 19th, 2024.
I will second it.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Which carries. Next is approval of claims for payment of 2/26/24.
Make a motion to approve the May 26, 2024 claims for payment.
February.
February. Did it
You
say?
want it to be spring so
I
bad.
know, I really couldn't.
Get that pond going. I'll second your motion, Renee.
All right.
Seconded. Any discussion? It is 2/26/24. Hearing no more, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Got another minute yet. Well, I can burn a little time. Let's do this. Consideration to approve motion to appropriate a portion of opioid settlement funds in 2025 budget.
Lance, I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve the motion to appropriate a portion of the opioid settlement funds into the 2024 budget
About the 24-25 budget.
or 24-25 budget. I want to go back in time.
I'll second it.
Been moving second, any discussion?
Yeah, so County Attorney Meyer has been working, he was our main point of contact and liaison for the Amerisource, Bergen, Cardinal Health, McKesson, and Johnson & Johnson opioid settlement. And we were allocated some funding through that settlement, and the county attorney suggested that we utilize approximately $47,000 from the opioid settlement funds in the following manner: $15,000 for the deputy sheriff's salary for the DARE program, $26,000 for the jailer salary, Deb Mesh, in the medical program over there at the jail, and $6,000 for the jail staff, Mindy Gerke.
Right, I will second it.
It's been seconded. That's
You
that,
corrected me.
It's just true.
that jail staff,
Monday,
it's
isn't it?
15, we're allowed to collect 15% for administrative fees, and that would be that $6,000. They broke down with the deputy sheriff, and they could utilize a lot more of it, but if we try to use it all in one shot, we won't have any for next year. It doesn't come in as fast as it's been there. We got a couple large chuck.
The initial payments are large and then it dwindles down.
Yep, so hopefully this will maintain about 3 years, and then we'll have to whittle it down a little lower. But we're putting it back to where we were taxing the dollars for it, so it's good. It's a good source to place to put money. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now I'm gonna go to I got 9:03. I'm gonna go to open the public hearing for the new building. Taylor, you want to explain the building?
Yep, sure. So this is a new building in Eldora. It would have 9 total doors, 8 bays. One would be a wash bay, like a drive-through. Half of our employees are here in Eldora. So that, half of them would have a designated wash bay. That would help us a lot. We need a new building because, one of them here, he fixed our old building and it's on borrowed time. It's had its issues with the roof over the years, and so they gave us a patch up, but we know that eventually it'll probably happen again. So this is just to replace, this is the building that houses our snowplow trucks. So they all rock in the summer and they move your snow off the highways in the winter. So I think we want to keep them ready. So I sent it to 4 local companies and 3 of them got back to me. Your 2 lowest bidders are in here. King they gave us 3 different options, but they were all higher than them. So our bids came in. Honey Creek was the low bid at $909,269.13. And the next gen was at $970,996.51. We also asked them to break down what materials and labor would come from Hardin County, and they were both very Hardin County based. So that'll be good that, you know, the majority of the work and the labor will all come from within the county. So.
Taylor, do you want to explain the funding source for this? Because as
Yep.
people know that county budgets are tight, and so this, for public perception and the optics, look like this is really a bad decision for the time.
Yep.
So
It's only gonna get more expensive every year, so there's
Right.
never a bad time than now. But this, we're going to pay for it from our carryover. So about 2/3 of my budget comes from the state road use tax. And less than 1/3 of my budget comes from property taxes here. But, you know, we've carried some over the years. We have like a $7 million carryover right now. So I can go away pretty quick too, though, as we've learned, was we went $2 million over back in 2019, so.
And some of
Yeah.
this money was reimbursement back from that.
Correct, yeah, so. Yep, so I
And
thought this was the right time,
a year ago, we planned on doing a $3 million building.
correct?
And that's not, the ground's not sustainable for that building, so this.
Correct, we couldn't put that one where we wanted to put it, so.
And the year before that, you planned on building a truck shed, so.
Yeah, we're right back to where we were, yep. Yeah, roundabout way, but the only reason we thought about the shop was because of the fire.
Right,
But after the repairs, we can live with the shop we got.
so now it's public comments. Are there any written? Oral? All right,
Lance, I'd make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second it.
been moved and seconded, any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
BJ,
Aye.
Renee,
Aye.
Lance,
Aye. Motion carries. I got no action on the,
Yeah, I didn't know if we wanted to do that or just do it next week or.
well, let's put it on next week. You've already gone through and analyzed all this already.
He's done all the.
Yeah, I got the bids on Friday, yep.
Okay, so let's just put it on for next week. You already mentioned the two prices and the two is lowest.
Mhm.
what was the other one?
The company or the price?
Company.
The first one was Honey Creek Design Build and the next was Next Generation Buildings. Yeah, they're out of Hubbard.
Okay,
And thank you too for being in here.
yeah, thanks, Blake.
All right, moving on. Thank you. Consideration to approve interstate power and light permit, UT 24002.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve the utility permit UT 24-002. This is boring under D55.
I will second it.
Been moved and seconded, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Now I have our three change statuses.
Want me to take care of these?
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead.
All right, I've got three for the sheriff's office. First is a discharge of Sarah Knott, effective 2/20/24. Dispatcher, part-time communications officer, at a rate, doesn't have the rate on here, but anyway, I'd make a motion to approve the change of status for Sarah Knott.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded, any discussion, effective 2/20/24. Hearing no more discussion, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries.
Next I have is a change of status. It's the hiring of Michaela Nolte as a permanent part-time correctional officer, 21.16 an hour.
And I'll second that one.
It's been moved and seconded, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Carries.
The final change of status I have is the hiring of Lacey Jenkins as a cook at the jail for $16 an hour. It's a permanent part-time position effective February 19th.
And I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries, other business, I know I have Thomas.
Just want to give you an update that so you guys had, denied the bond. So we took that back to the 911 board, the 911 board on last Tuesday night. We've changed the scope of work for MCM Consulting, which was the consulting company we hired to do the evaluation of our radios right now. And then we renewed the contract for $250,000 to implement and move us into the next phase. Since we don't have the bond, we recontracted with that. We changed the scope of the work and cut the contract from $250,000 down to a $90,000, and they will assist in writing grants and finding grants. And that includes for the communities. So there are grants available to the communities because of the small communities. There's grants available to the fire department. And then I've already submitted one grant to Homeland Security under the Homeland Security Grant Program, which is a terrorist-based grant, and submitted $160,000. I've got to put that application in. The NOI was in a couple of weeks ago, and the application is due, I think, the 5th or 6th of March. So I'll be putting that application in for sheriff's radios and my 2 radios. So that's where we're at with the radio project, and anticipate the only hiccup in it's gonna be is that the AFG grant, the Assistance to Firefighters grant, that application period is open right now, but that AFG grant is tied up in the same funding that our EMPG and other state, federal funding. And there's no answer yet whether the feds are gonna fund those projects or whether they're gonna cut them out. That's in between all of that. So we don't know if we're gonna get EMPG, and we don't know if we're gonna get AFG. So that's where we're at.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other business? Hearing none, I can go to public comment.
None.
No public comment, I can ask for adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries for adjournment.